You hear that? That's the awkward silence of a family dinner after you just got caught vaping. Most vapes contain high levels of nicotine and disappointment. Brought to you by The Real Cost and the FDA.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show, and in today's episode, I wanted to talk on a video game, but not in a negative way, so I don't want people to be jumping to conclusions like, oh, okay, he another game that made him upset, let's see what he gotta say today. No, like, I'm giving up on, like, games that remotely just stress me out. I'm deleting them. I'm trying to be happy when I play a game. So, like, if I'm constantly being upset, I'm deleting the game, regardless. I'm not giving it no more chances. I'm not playing it, streaming it, none of that stuff. Like, there have been times where I have said I'm going to stream a game tonight, and then I'll stream it, and then, you know, it'll be on some dumb stuff like The Division 2, where it just wants to randomly crash, and you can have all these different games where it has no issues, and then you go online, and then it's like, if you disable this, or do this, or do that, then the game will work, and then you end up doing it, and it still crashes, and it's like, okay, well, that game is stupid, delete it. You got where Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, that game won't even start up, okay, delete it. You got where other games out there where it has like this random like stutter or frame rate issue, and it didn't have that issue before, so it's like, okay, delete it. So yeah, there have been games where it's like I have just given up on them because I'm like, what's the issue? Because I'm like, you guys literally have a team of people working on this game, and you mean to tell me in the game that I'm gonna be talking about today, there's only one person developing this game, working on it actively. The game is in early access, so like, yeah, if it's buggy and glitchy, like if you see me, because I've been streaming it, so if you see me stream it, if you see me making videos on it and all that stuff, then you'll probably look and see like, oh, okay, like, no, you can definitely tell that's an early access game, or, you know, not a whole lot of development has went into it. But it's like, yeah, you know, it's like you got one person developing the game. Yeah, of course, like the development is gonna, you know, it's gonna take a while and stuff, but it's mad respect to this man for developing this game. Like, I've been playing this game, and it's a game where I'm like, you know, when I very first had heard about it, I was like, oh, this game sounds like it's going to be fun. Then when you play it and you actually figure out what to do, how to do it, and all that stuff, the game, I would have to say this is probably one of the biggest games that I've played since Fuel. Like, or maybe, well, all right, so here's the thing. So this video game is called SpaceBourne 2. And this game, it's like No Man's Sky, Mass Effect. There's this one game that they've compared it to. Hold on, let me open up Steam real quick. But it's there's this one game where it's like it was supposed to be like this game, but for some reason, you know, that game has been, I think they said that game has been in development for like 9 years. Here was this game, it just recently came out, SpaceBourne 2. So hold on, let me open up. So Steam just opened up. All right. Library, and matter of fact, there's like got an update today. I'm glad I checked that and things, because bro, I'm telling you, if I wonder how long this that's not a long update, and you know, plus I did a bunch of upgrades recently to my PC. Yeah, that's not gonna take that long. So where's that review at? I can't even find it anymore, because they compared it to a game, and I was like, that's why I wanted to check it out. But I mean, bro, the game is like, it's insane. Like, it's honestly crazy that all this stuff that's put into this game, from where you got like this spaceship that shoots out rockets, your character has a jetpack so he can fly around in space and all that stuff, and yeah, and then that's what I mean by like comparing it to No Man's Sky, like all the different places that you can go to, and I'm like, why is this game so big? Like, it really trips me out that it's like, and one person, he's from Turkey. His name is Borak Dabak, or I don't know how to say his name, but anyways, it's a really dope game, and it's a game that I think a lot of people need to check out. I'm talking on it now, but who knows, maybe and see, here's the thing, where it's like, I've had my anger issues with the game because there have been times where I would get stuck on stuff, and or like they have it on there where you can replace weapons on your spaceship, and then there was a point where I thought I had added weapons to my spaceship, but how the menu is set up, it makes it look a little weird. How you think you then added something, but you didn't. You got to press like an additional button and stuff. So I'm like, okay, it's just there's some like flaws with it, but at the same time, it's like only one person is working on this game. So like and for him to work on this game, it really motivates people to like, okay, if this man by himself can work on this game and it can be a great game eventually at some point in time, like when it gets like more publicity and recognition and stuff, I mean like it should really motivate not, well, okay, maybe not, like, I feel like saying, real developers, because this guy, he is a real developer, like, everything that he's done to this game, no, in my opinion, he's better than a lot of developers out there. So, like, to this man that has developed this game, it's like, sir, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for showcasing that an indie developer can do better than a big developer. And that's what's crazy about, like, a lot of indie developers today, is that they're doing better than the big developers, the higher ups. They're doing better than the Activisions, the EAs, the 2Ks, the Ubisofts. You mean to tell me it's like these guys are putting millions into their video games, and you mean to tell me some random man, okay, across the world, he can make a video game and it being good than a lot of the different games that's out there today? Nah, bro, get out of here with that. Like, I refuse, okay, to believe that this man has just outshined. All right, and the thing is this, even if it's not only him just working on it, maybe if he did have some additional help, it's still a good game. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, whatever he is doing to this game, keep doing it. Like, and the thing is this, like, there have been issues with the game, he has fixed it. Like, that was one of the reasons why so I'll admit, I did get rid of the game, because it was under that 2-hour mark. No, because like it was glitchy and buggy when it very first came out, and the thing is that I was kind of tripping out about was that, because I'm big on games where you could create a character, right? Like, so I'm like, if I could create a character, I'm gonna create the best looking version of a video game version of TMossBoss. But the thing is this, there's a key feature about TMossBoss that I feel like that the actual TMossBoss that he shares with a lot different video game versions of him. That key feature is that TMossBoss, in case if you guys did not know, if y'all didn't know, TMossBoss is African American. So when I'm playing a game, if they have that option, I'm gonna use that option. For some reason, when I was playing this game, when it very first came out, I would make my character black. Game starts up, my character is beige. It's like a ghostly beige color, like he's mixed with African American and like in death. Like it's almost like it didn't look right. It wasn't like Blake Griffin, but it was like if Blake Griffin was like a vampire or a zombie or something. Like, that's honestly the best way that I could describe it, where it's like his skin is like it don't look right. Like, it looked like he's been dead for some time, but he came back to life or something. Like, it ain't even like on no like zombie time. Like, it was like as if he was in a coma and then he woke up as a zombie and stuff. So like it was like, it's almost like not even that. Like, it ain't even like Braxton from the Jamie Foxx show. Like I said, it's like a ghostly, like a biracial person and stuff, and it didn't look right. And I'm like, that's not what I had chose. I chose an African American man. All right, so why is it not doing that? And so I was like, nah, bro, it's like, if you're gonna have that option, it's like I want to be able to take advantage of that option and stuff. But the game was messing up, but eventually the developer, he patched it, he fixed it. So my character now, that man is African American. So anyways, but yeah, then I started playing the game, and it was like all of the exploring and just different places that you can go to. It honestly trips me out that this game, it's like, bro, it's almost as if it's like that game No Man's Sky. Like, I remember when No Man's Sky came out, because I'm big on like games where you can explore and do stuff and things. So like, there was a point in time when I was playing No Man's Sky, and yeah, I was exploring, I was doing, and it was funny because I think it was sometime before I started paying attention to this game. I wanted to download No Man's Sky. I was like, no, I want to stream that. I just want to, just be going around, just traveling to different planets and stuff, and just exploring and things. And then this game comes out, and I'm like, okay, I think I found like, a substitute and stuff. And yeah, like I said, like, it's one person developing the game. So obviously, yeah, the game it's like in an early access. But at the same time, though, like, no, it's a great game. It's one of those games where it's like, I just think that people, you either need to watch videos on it, or you just go and play it yourself. Because like, that's a cool thing about it, is that Steam got an update too. So but anyways, the cool thing about this game, that it doesn't even really cost that much. It costs bruh, and this, nah, man, I really gotta get me a Steam Deck, because the Steam Deck is like, it's kind of like a Nintendo Switch, but it's a PC and stuff. Alright, bro, I'm telling you, I gotta get me a Steam Deck this summer. That's one thing I gotta do. I gotta play me some PC games on that, because it's just, man, this game, it's Steam Deck compatible. So if you do have a Steam Deck, or you do plan on investing in a Steam Deck, you can play this game. And and that's the one thing that I love, is that it's a single player game. Now, I would like if they did have a co-op feature, so like I can play with friends, because there's some friends where I'm like, no, we gotta play this game together and stuff, because it's such a dope game and things. But I do like the fact, though, that it's a single player game, because there's too many multiplayer games, man. Like, there's too many games where it's like, oh, well, we gotta add this multiplayer feature, well, we gotta add this online feature, and then it's like, you can't even play the game, you can't even have fun, because it's like, oh, you gotta find a dedicated server and all this other extra stuff. So yeah, I'm like, I'm not feeling that, I'm not feeling. Oh, but no, they did say that in the description, the guy he was talking on. So like, all right, so I'm gonna read like all the different things in the early access description, but I mean, you guys can read it for yourself and stuff. But anyway, so with Steam, they always ask like these same questions for everybody that puts their game in early access. But the first question being, why early access? And he goes on to say, because we want to further develop it with the help of early access players. As a single person independent developer, this is the best way to get feedback and improve the game. Facts. 100% facts. Like, somebody that actually sits down and takes the time to listen to their audience, that's why I have a lot of respect for this person. Then he goes on to say, we were able to bring our previous game to great heights with the help of early access players, and we hope to do the same with this game by working together with our early access community. We are confident that we can create something truly special. And then the next question is, approximately how long will this game be in early access? And then he goes on to say, SpaceBourne 2 is a game that has been continuously developed for approximately 3 years. During the early access period, we have some major features that we plan to add based on the feedback from players. Our goal is to incorporate these features and release the full version in 2023 this year. So, but that's the thing, though, where it's like, and you know what? I feel like it's a blessing that this game, because I think everybody knows, like, I was really big on the video game the day before coming out. And I think that it's a blessing that I got to see this game and that game got delayed, because I'm like, well, now I got something to do until, and I mean, I don't know, like, I don't know how long I got before I eventually do sit down and beat this game, but it's such a big game where even they have like a long-term effect where it's like, you could just go and do like side missions and stuff. stuff. So yeah, there's that in the game also, you know. But anyways, then they go on to ask Steam. So they go on to ask, how is the full version planned to differ from the early access version? And then he goes on to say, we have plans to add a multitude of new content to the game, including a large variety of missions and an expanded faction system for a more immersive experience. And it's like, bro, I mean, like, it just seems like, all right, unless, like, what the missions that I'm doing right now, like, there's only a few missions, and then after that, it's over with. If that's the case, then I'm like, yeah, it's quick. I have yet to, like, I don't even feel like I've reached to a certain point in the game yet. Like, I think I've only done maybe a few missions and things. Other than that, like, I've gotten to the point, for anybody that's a player of this game, I've gotten to the point where now they've given me a second spaceship, and I think I've done, like, the next part after that and stuff. So if I'm like at the halfway point, then I guess I am. But if not, I feel like people are gonna probably be all like, wait a minute, ooh, dang. So no, it like I'm only at 6.2 hours. So that leads into the next thing. So they go on to say, what is the current state of the early access version? And then the developer goes on to say, SpaceBourne 2 is in a playable state with beta players logging over 200 hours of gameplay. With the exception of some minor bugs that may be present, the game already offers a solid foundation with its main story. However, there are some missing elements that we plan to address during the early access period. 200 hours, bro? 200 hours, and I'm only at the 6-hour mark. Like, that is crazy. And then it's like, I feel like I'm gonna get all the way to that point because there are other games I'm gonna be playing and stuff. So I feel like I am gonna eventually get to that 200-hour mark, and then there's gonna be like all this different content that's being added and stuff. I mean, the man is like constantly updating the game, so yeah, it really trips me out and things. And then I do like this. So Steam, they ask, will the game be priced differently during and after early access? So what they overall mean by that is like, is the price going to raise? Because most early access games, they'll like, so like for an example, a game may start off in early access at like $20, and then as the time progresses on, when they add new content, then they might raise the price up to like $10. So instead of it being like $19.99, now it's $20.99. And then when it gets like a full release, then it's at $39.99 or $59.99, whatever, depending on how much content they add. The developer goes on to say, we don't plan to change the price. That's why I have respect for this person, because you're coming out with a game that has a price, you're adding content, the game is big already. I mean, like, that's just dope, man. And so then then the last question is, how are you planning on involving the community in the development process? Then he goes on to say, we have been actively collaborating with our gaming community since the launch of the first SpaceBourne game in 2018. We are developing our games with the feedback of our players. If you have any feedback, the best place to share it would be the Steam forum on official Discord. Yeah, like, man, I just think that that's dope. I just think that it's dope that this person is working on this game, and there's just so much to do in it and things. Like, you really feel like this, like this space legend and stuff going around. The part that sold me was the jetpack. Like, I know people are gonna probably ask me like, oh, what's your favorite thing about the game? It's the jetpack, bro. Like, the fact that I can get out of my spaceship. I can put my spaceship in like Space Park, all right? Put it in Space Park, jump up out of there with the jetpack, and then just be flying and stuff. Like, nah, man, you can't tell me if there's planets that I can go to in this game where you could just explore. And then that's another thing where it's like you ain't got like a bunch of wild things. The only thing that you really do have is like enemies, like random aliens attacking you and stuff. And then that's another thing where it's like with this game, and I haven't played to that point yet, and it kind of makes me nervous because it just seems like every game developer today, they're all like, oh, well, let's add like some giant creepy looking insects in the game to just really throw the game off balance. I don't like that. I really hope that the developer doesn't do that. It's like, yeah, bro, just continue adding aliens. It kind of reminds me of like Destiny a little bit, and so it has that feel. So I'm like, if it's going to be going in that path, okay, cool. But if it's gonna be going in the path where it's like, oh, let's just start adding random giant, I just don't like that stuff, man. So I'm hoping that he does not do that. But if he does, then yeah, I'm gonna play as much of this game as I can until it gets to that point, and then afterwards, I think I'm gonna go back to my racing games. So that would be crazy. Like he hears this and he's all like, "Hey, so new update, we're gonna be adding a racing mode where you can race up against other spaceships." And he does that, then I'm like, "Nah, man." It's like I'm saying, do you want to be best friends or not? Like, because if you're gonna be doing stuff to to get to me to an emotional gaming state, then yeah, bro, you do some stuff like that, then yeah, I'm saying, like, do you want to be best friends or not? Like, you doing stuff like that, it's like, no, we gotta talk about that. All right, so, but anyways, nah, man, jokes aside, SpaceBourne 2 is a really good game. I definitely recommend it to anybody looking for a new game to start off on, and to just overall support indie developer and stuff. So yeah, go check it out. It's available on Steam. I don't know if it's available on other platforms like Epic Games or anywhere else. But I think overall it is just available on Steam and stuff. So let me look it up. I would honestly, if there's all like, if he contacted me and was all like, "Hey, we want you to be a part of the game, is that cool?" I'm like, I support it. And I'm like, no, I would 100% want to be a part of the game. If there was like, they had me as a voice character, or even, I'm telling you, like, I just started thinking about it, and I'm like, it would be so dope, right? If he goes and he contacts me and he's all like, "Hey, we want you to be a villain in the game." Oh, I would 100% be a villain in this game. Like, I'm saying, like, to whoever this, to the, or, Borak, Debak, I feel like I'm butchering his name, but, anyways, if you need somebody to be a villain in this game, I got you, bro. I'm like, I will be, or even a hero, whatever the situation is. I'm like, I'm doing it. I want to do that. All right. So, anyways, but yeah, Star Citizen, that's the name of the game that people were comparing it to. So, all right, so, but now that that's been out of the way, and if you guys know of that game, then okay. But anyways, but yeah, make sure y'all go show some love and support to this game. And yeah, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 46 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you are purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And if you're purchasing any energy drinks or sleep drinks from Poggers, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock 10% off your next purchase. And if you're purchasing any controller skin covers, or even analog grip covers, whatever you want to call them and things, I feel like I get to that point when I be promoting Fatal Grips and then just start, like, I start losing it. I don't know why, but I just start losing it. But anyways, if you're purchasing anything from Fatal Grips, you can use my promo code TMossBoss, and it will also knock 10% off your next purchase. So, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.